No offense to the
Alrighty.
current
Hey,
one,
hey,
but
everybody. Welcome back to another week of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. I am Lord Z, your host, as always. Jump through introductions real quick. Mike, you're first.
oh, I'm first this week. Hey, everybody. I'm Mike. I'm playing Godric and Michelangelo. Today, I'm currently Michelangelo. Depending on circumstances, I might wake up in the morning as Godric, but for now, I am the Tortillin monk who took a vow of silence. Of course, it's been notated I'm finding all kinds of ways to talk without talking. But, it is what it is. Got to get the information out there somehow without talking. Um, he's a way of mercy monk. So he's got the Fist of Fury thing going on, do a whole lot of punching, and can do a little bit of healing in the meantime if he needs to. Godric, on the other hand, is a fully speaking Goliath cleric. He likes to heal the world and keep his party alive, vanquish some evils of the world. Michelangelo's trying to hunt down Godric at the moment. And yeah, I think that about covers the basics.
Alrighty. Pam.
Hi everybody, I'm Pam. I'm playing Holly. I may have Elf Sorcerer, and right now we're trying not to die barbecue form. She's very protective of her crew. She takes care of them like family now. They're just more than friends to Holly. And we're trying to find a way to get off the ship, trying to make it alive. So we'll see right now how that's gonna go. We'll figure it out.
Alrighty, Eric.
Yeah, I'm Eric. I play Willie, the barbarian. I'm still exploring my new wild magic barbarian abilities and kind of figuring out how to best represent that. And we're seeing where it's going to take us. I'm excited.
Oh, I
Alright.
still say you look like you're something out of a '80s disco or something.
Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Fit Chivalry, the Azamar Werebear Paladin, as well as Sir Fluffy Butt, the Deathcore Unicorn. Um, Basically, I'm just here for the barbecue.
Alrighty. Max.
Hello, I am Max. I play Yindris Nightclaw, the fighter Beastheart, Dragonborn, and I also play Hamish, the Shadow Mastiff, who follows Yindris around.
Alrighty. And last but not least is Brad, if you're here and ready, bud.
Yep, I'm here. Thankfully, maybe just about in the nick of time there. I am Brad. I play Erdon, the Furbolg Twilight Cleric. I wasn't here last week, but from my understanding, there was a bunch of my favorite word shenanigans going on over here. Yep, I see you laughing over there, Mike. I see that.
But yeah, you should probably pull that thing out of your butt too. But we'll get to
Well,
that
well,
eventually.
yeah, eventually one day.
But it gives him a +1 charisma.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to linking up with the group again today and playing with them and seeing where things go because I understand there's some fun stuff going on.
Yeah, so we left off last week on board Captain Claus's ship. This is what, the fourth week we've been dealing with this guy now. The ship fire has grown exponentially, but now everybody's out of their vortexes and fully engaged in trying to figure out what the hell to do here. And that's what a lot of last week was figuring out what the hell to do while simultaneously trying to not die, which some of you are looking a little rough. So
Some of us rougher than others.
yeah, some worse than others, definitely. But that's where we left off. So we're gonna kick it off top of the round with Michelangelo.
All right. So Michelangelo's
We did determine last week that, well, some of you determined last week that the ship is on a collision-ish course for a mountain range. I think the last time you guys asked, you were about 3/4 of a mile off from the mountain, moving at a pretty fast pace. So we'll see what happens with that.
So I guess at this point, I think my best course of action is, I think I'm going to use my last key point, and I am going to invoke Step of the Wind.
Okay.
Allows me to disengage or dash at the same time. It also allows me to double my jumping distance.
Okay.
So I want to come down here.
Yep, and it lets you do all that as a bonus action, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll double check that. Actually, I don't.
And I think it's one or the other, disengage or dash.
Yes.
It just lets you do it as a bonus action. I'm assuming you chose disengage there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's dash or disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And your jump distance is doubled. So the jump distance is on top of one or the other.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So that's perfect because I need to get out of there. So I am out of there now. And from here, I am going to use. Looks like I have a greater healing potion.
Okay.
So I was kind of saving that, but it seems like this is a good time to use it. And I used it, but I didn't use it on myself. So I'm going to drop it on myself. There we go. Okay, so that's my action, bonus action, and movement. I think I got some movement left, but I don't really want to. Step. I guess I can step up here next to everybody,
All right.
and that'll end my turn.
All right. Erdan, you are up. Everybody's had a round of temporary hit points from your Twilight Sanctuary, and none of them have lost any of those points.
Okay.
Thus far.
I'm guessing we're still going after these red caps. Yeah? Oh, looks like claws might even be.
Yep, there's 5 red caps and Captain Claus, who's just been kind of sitting up in that mast throwing Christmas presents at everybody.
And I apologize.
Real quick, I'll recap for you real quick. With the ship starting to head noseward, there has been mention of us just trying to get off the ship, with everybody getting ready to hurt themselves, but we're not quite sure how in the hell we're going to manage to do that without killing ourselves. Willie is at the helm, steering us towards a mountain at a noseward dive.
Miss Holly did say she was going to arcane gate everybody off the ship, but she needs to wait until the ship is within 500 feet of a point she can see to do so.
Alright, well...
And we all need to get together. That's the other thing, so that when she pops this gate, we can all go.
Well,
and
it's not like
us to join him through the fire, apparently.
Yeah, arcane gate isn't like dimension door. Once it's up for a period of time. 10 minutes to be precise. So it's not like dimension door where you've got 2 seconds to get through it. Once she opens it, it's open for 10 minutes.
I got a question with that gate thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's open for 10 minutes, and obviously if she puts the gate, let's say, over on the mountain, that gate's going to be over on the mountain.
Yeah.
We are currently on a ship that's barreling towards a mountain. If she casts it here, is it staying on the boat or is it staying in place as the boat flies past it?
The gates remain on a point chosen by the caster. So if she chooses a point on the ship, that gate will stay on that point on the ship.
Okay.
It won't be like
I w-
trying to fly above the ship while the ship is moving 60 feet and spending every
Oh.
turn just keeping up with it. It won't be like that.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if it was a point in space or if it was a point on an moving object. You see what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. I'm not really sure the exact details on that, but I'm gonna say a point she chooses.
Okay. Good call, GM. Good call.
Actually, it specifically says choose 2 points on the ground that you can see. So
Oh. Okay. Perfect.
I was correct, and I didn't even know it. But anyways, Erdan, you are up.
Quick idea I'm going to throw out there. I do have, and I don't know if this works or not, because I'm kind of catching up to speed on things. I do have Leoman's tiny hut. I don't know if that would protect us from a crash, but I'm guessing if creatures can't go through it, and it's immovable, guessing it.
The only issue I would see with Leoman's tiny hut would be momentum.
I mean, I'm not-
Because you're staying in place and then the ship is going to crash. So you might be protected from fire and debris and whatnot crashing into you, but it's not going to stop you from the slamming force. Basically, you're all going to slam into the side of the hut when you come to a sudden stop, as opposed to walking through an arcane gate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Side of a wall sounds better than a side of a mountain. Just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, if you look at force and inertia, I mean, yeah, G-force, but you wouldn't get the slam effect if we were all up against the wall that would crash. But
Arcane Gate is a non-damaging option if performed correctly.
Yes.
okay.
We just have to bide our time until she can do it.
Yep.
And we have no clue how long that is because nobody has had enough time to stop and calculate the speed at which we're moving. We just know we're moving holy fucking fast.
Well, with that note, everybody make a perception check.
That's not
Did
half
mine
bad.
come through on that? Or no?
No.
No.
Nice.
Fluffy butt knows.
So does Willie apparently.
Well, Willie should.
Fluffy Butt, Willie, and Michelangelo know that you've got 24 seconds until crashes. Everybody else, you know that it's coming really soon.
If we know it's 24 seconds, does that give us the distance? Ballpark at least?
You're just at the cusp of 500 feet to the closest point on the mountain, but that's the point the ship is going to hit.
Okay.
So if you want to put the gate off to the side a little bit so you don't get crashed into.
Does Sir Fluffy Butt know how far above the ground we are right now?
More than 500 feet.
Ah,
So at this point, that mountain is our only option.
So,
Yeah.
but that gives you guys 4 rounds until the ship crashes. 2 rounds until you can put the gate far enough, not directly in front of the ship, so that you can gate in somewhere and not have to worry about getting hit by debris. So in 2 rounds, you can put that gate up.
Okay, so let's oh wait, it's your damn turn. I can't say nothing.
But
I got an idea, but
Erdan, still your turn.
Okay. I guess at this point, he's not in monkey form, right?
Correct.
So he's just Erdine right now.
Just Erdan. No more monkey until you get a long rest.
Fitz was though.
Oh, Fitz was,
Changed
yeah.
him because of the.
Yep, Fitz, go ahead and drop it back on yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I will here in just a second.
I guess he'll move right there, and he'll just take a crack at this. What is that, red cap?
Okay.
Yep.
Here.
That'll hit.
And then if I remember correctly, it's drop the damage and then drop the divine strike damage, right?
Correct, yep.
Like that.
All right.
And that's what I got for now. At least by myself around here to think.
Alrighty, Captain Claus. Is going to do some mumbo jumbo with his hands as he pulls out a feather and sticks it in the circuitry off the back of his head and goes, "Well, my boy, that's 2 ships you owe me now. I'll be back to collect some other time." And he goes and flies off the back of the ship. Hamish, a D4 if you would. And that'll be +1 because he is next to a red cap, so that'll be 4 ferocity points this round. And it is his go.
11 ferocity points. He is gonna use his get him.
Alright, he does already have that red cap grappled, so we don't need to roll that. But go ahead and roll to hit. That will hit. And that is enough to do it. He goes and rips on the red cap's arm like a rag doll and severs an artery open, and the red cap bleeds out right in front of him. Anything else for Mr. Hamish?
He is gonna move away from the fire. Right there. And that'll be it. After I clear off some. That's it.
Alright. Miss Holly. Currently mounted on Sir Fluffy Butt.
I'm gonna use Acid Splash on Red Cap 2 and 4.
Alright. You had 18 targeted as well.
Let's not do that.
So just deselect 18 and then roll damage. Nice. 11 points to both of them.
Cool, yeah.
Anything else for you?
No.
Alright, Willie.
go ahead and will pull out my movable rod, and I will pull out my rope, and I will do like a little knot, tie some rope in the end of my rod in case I need to use it in some sort of climbing fashion, possibly dangling from the air.
Okay. So that'll be your action for this round. Go ahead and roll me a survival check for your knot tying.
Surviving it up.
15? Okay. Pretty decent knot. Anything else this round?
No, other than that, I'm just kind of steering, keeping an eye on everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yell, like, well, you need to wrap it up. We're gonna have to get out of here. This flight is ending.
Alrighty. Sir Fluffy Butt.
I guess Sir Fluffy Butt is gonna probably attack number 7 there. Is getting way too close.
It is a miss. He's going to take an attack of opportunity. And he misses with it. Go ahead with your second attack. 21 will hit. 10 points there. Anything else for him?
No, he's just gonna kind of shift so that Holly is protected from that red cap there. You
Okay.
know, just
So he's going to
really.
absorb any damage directed at her.
Yep.
Okay. Red cap 2. Got some sickles for Yurndris. First one hits. Second one hits. And third one hits. That's it for him. Red cap 4. Coming after Sir Fluffy Butt. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one hits. Red cap 7 for Sir Fluffy Butt. Hits. Misses. And hits. Hanging on by a thread there. Fitz, your turn.
All right. Fitz is gonna move right there. Oh.
Oh, you gotta drop your shape back on you. You got it, you need me to.
Did that do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. So first advantage. That little bastard.
That'll hit. That'll do it.
Alright.
You'd have advantage on 2 as well there, if you wanted to take your second swipe on him before you moved.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't even see him.
You don't
there.
have to move back. You just
Alright.
take the hit from where you are, and then your move is already done. With the crit. And you'll get a +2 to your AC until the end of your next turn as well, for excellent swordsmanship. And that's enough to take that one out.
Then as my bonus action, I'm just going to roar out at the others, letting them know this is what they have coming.
Beautiful. Does that end your turn?
I have survived this round, and it is now everybody's problem.
As you end your turn, you hear a loud scream. Miss Holly, you can feel the banishment that you earlier casted on Nick lift, and he comes out of the captain's quarters, hairless, burned, and back for a vengeance.
Wait, so Nick is actually from the Feywild?
He sure is.
Huh.
Now, wouldn't it have put him in the air, like about 3 miles back? If it would have put him back where he disappeared from,
You guys
due
and
to the relative motion of the ship versus the Feywild.
hold on.
I vaguely remember an instance of banishing a whale, and that's what happened.
Not in my campaign, it didn't.
That was Star Trek. They use teleporters.
Was that one case?
I think it's open to perception, because all it says is the target reappears in the space it left.
Okay, but the space it left was...
I could
Wild
argue that either way. You guys are lucky I gave him a ton of fire damage, so we're
Okay,
rolling with it.
so-
He's back.
So when there's a point of argument, roll a D100, high or low.
Making me do stuff.
No,
Nobody
I
can
want
argue
to
with a
punch
dice
him.
roll.
It's low. You guys get the short straw. Anyways, he steps out. And he's got a chain for Erdan. Which hits. And you are not restrained by his chain. Red cap 18. Gonna attack Fitz. First one misses.
He's standing in that fire.
Yeah, he took a lot of fire damage. He came back in fire, he walked through fire, he took a ton of fire damage. But yes, he is on the fire. He's kind of in an I don't give a fuck mood right now. Yurndris, your last round of being stunned. As long as you don't get another punctured lung between now and your next turn.
Fucking not get another punctured lung, are you kidding me? He's just gonna look at Fitz and just nod his head in a grateful way. And that's all he's gonna do. Well, not really nod his head, but he's just gonna give him a look.
Alrighty. As we come around to the top of the round, Fitz, Miss Holly, Yurndris, well, really all of you, will hear some distant screams coming from over here. Some vague, help me, help me. Save us, we're stuck in here. Your turn, Michelangelo.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Is that close enough to hit Nick?
That will be.
But worried about that fire. I don't want to be standing in it. That's why I didn't move all the way up there. Pink. Wait, hold on.
Well, these flames are coming up out of the grate. So as long as you don't walk over the grate, you're okay there for right now.
Okay. Wait a minute. I think I got something for this.
As you move up, you can see Nick, and where once he was this mangy, feral-looking creature, he's now a hairless, burned creature, and he's looking rough, like he's dragging himself about, trying to get
As
some more
I-
tongue action with Miss Holly before he kicks it.
As I rush up, I'm pulling out yin and yang,
All right.
and I am going to attack him with that. Come on. There it goes. Finally. 15 to hit. 10 points of damage. Again. And I fumbled that
And
one.
a natty 1. Where's my Nick card? He misses.
And that's action, bonus action, and then I am gonna pop a potion of healing, minor ones for as a bonus action,
All right.
and that will end my turn. I'm gonna suggest everybody group together at the tip of the boat. Oh wait, I can't, 'cause I don't talk. Never mind.
Sure can't. That it for you?
I can't even mind that. Nope, I'm good. That's it.
All right, Erdan.
All right. So Erdan is going to. Let me see what I got here. I guess step back a little bit from Nick.
So he has a
Yeah.
10-foot reach, so you'll take an attack of opportunity going more than 10 feet away from him.
Going more than 10 feet?
Yep, and you're at 10 feet right now. So if you move away from him, it's an attack of opportunity.
Well, that's not going to give
Oh.
me disadvantage on spells,
Actually,
is it?
no, it's not, because he already used his reaction to hit Michelangelo on that nat 1. So you can absolutely move that 10 feet.
Okay. Just move back just a little bit. And then he is going to. Let me see here. He's gonna. No, hey, where'd it go? A guiding bolt at level 3 at Nick.
Okay.
So, is there a particular way to cast leveled spells?
You drag the ranged plus whatever onto him to see if you hit.
Okay, so
Pull up your spell here. Hold on.
Yeah, I got it right here. The attack range
Yep.
plus 4.
So the ranged plus 4. That'll tell us if you hit or not. It does hit.
Very good.
Give me a second.
And then in the description, it should tell you what gets added for every level above.
You don't even need to roll damage, because even if you roll all ones, that is enough to do it.
No. Okay. That works for me. I will mark that off.
So he, boom, gets hit square in the chest with a beam of radiant light and keels over.
Yeah, I guess maybe. That'll be it for his turn.
Okay. And all your temporary hit points are gone if you wanted to hit yourself again at the end of your round there.
I was actually, thank you for bringing that up. I was going to ask about that. I didn't see the effect on me. Do I need to drop that on me or no?
I don't think there is an effect for it.
Oh, I guess there's not. Never mind.
Nope.
All right. Cool.
But with that, Hamish's turn. Still has to roll a d4. Plus 3 points. Alright, what's he got for us?
He is gonna hobble on over to Redcap 18, and he's also gonna use his Get Him Ferocity thingy.
Alright. That'll be at advantage.
Ooh.
Let's see. It hit and he failed his dex save. So go ahead and roll damage and drop grappled on him.
Dex damage. Good going, Hamish.
Very
Woo.
nice.
Oh, I must do that.
Alright. That it for him? Alright. Miss Holly, you're up.
I'm gonna do a splash on red cap 7.
Okay. He succeeds.
That's it for me.
Willie.
So, do I think that I'm having any control over steering the ship at this point, really?
I mean, you haven't really tried to do anything to steer the ship other than like 3 rounds ago when you leveled the ship out. So, without trying to do something, you
The ship is still leveled, though.
currently-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna yell over the flames here. I'm gonna be like, "What's the plan? Where are we exiting from?" They probably want me to go through the fire to them. The lazy.
I mean, it would make sense to have the fire-resistant individual go through the fire.
Whatever.
That's just my thought, though.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here for 30. And then there for 30, and I'll use my dash. And I'll use my charger to make an attack on this guy with my axe.
Okay.
At a +5 to the damage. If it hits.
It does not.
Do you guys see me like jump over the rail, like run through the fire with my axe? I'm screaming, "Ah!" And I just fucking sinking into the deck next to this guy. And it's like, that's it. Let me turn. And take how much ever fire damage you deem appropriate.
Oh, yeah. Give yourself 2 points. You resistant individual, you. Alright. Is that it for your turn? Sir Fluffy Butt.
Alright.
You see the flames kind of grow to encompass the helm as you glance over your shoulder quickly there, Willie.
Can I move over there, like jump? Or.
Yeah, you can. Pam, I need you to make a dexterity check for me. Roll a d4, Pam. Not used to riding horses, as he kind of jumps to kick, you get thrown off and end up on the deck over here.
No.
You don't get hurt or anything, you're just no longer riding Sir Fluffy Butt.
Oh, man.
Just be glad you didn't roll a 3, because 3 was south, and you would have ended up over here. Alright, go ahead, Jeremy.
Alright.
I'll be dark for a moment.
So, Sir Fluffy Butt is...
That'll hit.
Good thing I had advantage there.
11 points. He is starting to look really rough. That'll hit as well. That'll be enough to do it.
Alright, so now there is another corpse dangling from the horn.
You're up to what, 3 now? 3 red caps?
I believe so. How long is that horn, just so I know how many I can stack on there?
I think you're about topped out at 3 gnome-sized individuals.
Alright. Well, we'll see if later we can
You just gotta start
Fair
switching it up and do the hoof attack second and get yourself some slippers from here on.
Ooh, there you go.
Alright, he got anything else for us?
He still has some more movement, so I think he's gonna come over here and look down
Okay.
see what's in there.
He looks down and it's kind of gloomily lit. But in that lower area, he sees... I gotta do each of these individually. A bunch of herringons chained to the wall, some of them in cages. But it's basically kind of like the cabin you came in that was full of elk-like creatures. This one's just full of herringons.
Oh. He is going to mentally communicate that to Fitz. That seems critical.
Alright. Can actually open up this whole map for you guys now, because that's everything. Or is it? Alright, if that's it for Sir Fluffy Butt, it is your turn, Fitz.
Fitz is going to yell out, the under Fluffy Butt is a shitload of harrigans. We need to get out of here. Wait, is the Krampus looking dude dead?
Yep.
Motherfucker. I was looking forward to killing him. Alright. I'm gonna at least punch his corpse or something.
18 will hit. That's an insta-death. With that, we fall out of combat. You guys look at the ship and look at the mountain real quick. You realize that whatever you're going to do, now is the time to do it. And your spellcaster walked away. So... what's the plan? Y'all got like 15 seconds in game to get off the ship. So I'll give you a minute out of game.
Well, Fitz is going to run over, break open Is there even
It's
a grate there? Or...
yeah, it's a wooden grate, just needs to be lifted, but it is heavy, so I'll need a strength check.
Well,
The plan is to get out.
Michelangelo's actually going to
fuck me.
go join Fitz and motion for everybody to.
Yeah, Yindris is gonna follow.
Go ahead and roll one more time, Fitz. With the assistance, you'll get advantage.
Okay, and by breakdown, I mean I'm literally jumping on it to fall through.
Oh, you're not lifting it up?
No, I'm
Okay.
going through it. We don't have time to lift.
It's pretty hefty boards. I mean, these things are designed to have cargo crates placed on top of them. Going through it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
Can we lift it?
Any way to go down?
You were able to lift it on the other side.
Okay, let's get this thing lifted.
Whoever's lifting it, one person give me a strength check with advantage.
Can we... Looking down, can you see, is there an opening on this one like there was on the other side?
Not that you can see, no.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking.
Can he be pushed with like a dagger or something and kind of just...
Okay, so here's what happened, because you guys are on short time. Fitz just ran over and tried jumping his way through it, like stomping his way through it, and it didn't work because it's some hefty reinforced stuff.
Okay.
But anybody who was present would remember that when him and Erdan came through the other side, all they had to do was lift it and slide it off to the side. Like, it's not bolted down, it's not built in. The gate is like a door without hinges. It just needs to be lifted and moved.
I'm gonna pat Fitz on the back, reach down, and just pull up. You know, kind of like you do when somebody starts pushing on a pull door.
Make a strength check.
6.
It moves a little bit. It's just too much for you.
Yeah.
While he lifts, I'm gonna push while he's picking it up.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check, Yindris.
Please, Yindris, please.
See what happens, guys. Oh, this is the wrong person. Oh, never mind.
Hamish drags it right off. He's looking at us like we're idiots.
All right, Erdan, you're the last one.
Alright. Strength check, right?
Unless anybody else wants to go over and try.
To get advantage,
Can I
'cause the
try?
rest of us have been trying.
It's just a matter of like Yindris is pushing it, Michelangelo's pulling it, Fitz is trying to jump through it. You're all just doing different things, and there wasn't any coordination there. But once you guys stop and realize that it moves in this direction, you guys get it open.
Okay.
We just rolled for cinematics because that was kind of amusing to me.
Now that they managed to get it open, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to throw down ropes that I had previously had out.
As you walk over and look down the hole, you can see that they are all either caged or chained to the wall.
What do they? I mean, so chains. They have chains.
Yeah, like
Okay,
ankle
the-
chains that are bolted to the wall.
Okay.
Can I jump down?
Absolutely. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Michelangelo put his hands out and try and stop Miss Holly from jumping down.
But I jumped.
Um,
Sorry.
I'm gonna look at you and
For-
point at my eyes.
Pam,
and
for
then I'm gonna point at the mountain.
for the sake of you need to be able to see the 2 points that you're putting the gates. I will say that Michelangelo was able to stop you before you jumped.
Okay, I got stopped.
Well,
What are you guys doing?
Uh,
You short time here.
Erdon's gonna see what's going on. He'll jump down there and start swinging at the ankle chains, like the part that's connected to the wall, with his hammer. See if he can break it off.
Michelangelo's going to do the arm swipes towards the hole and start pushing everybody like the Sir Fluffy Butt towards the hole. Like, I'm trying to get everybody to go down there. Like, there's no perception to realize I'm trying to push everybody down in there.
So Erdan jumped and he starts swinging at the chains. Go ahead and roll 3 Warhammer attacks.
Hello.
3 Warhammer attacks?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll do the same thing.
Okay.
You as well,
I'm gonna-
Yurndris.
I'm
3
gonna
of the battle axe attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Crit.
I don't need the damage, just roll the attacks.
And while they're working on that, I'm gonna look at Miss Holly and I'm gonna do a circle. I'm gonna point at my eyes, point at the mountain, and I'm also gonna point down in the hole.
Okay.
This she might need to figure
Make an
out.
insight check, Pam. Okay. Go ahead, Mike. Yeah,
Okay,
she
so
figures
what
it out.
Michelangelo is trying to tell you to do is do your circle of teleportation at the mountain and down in the hole. That way everybody can just jump in the portal down in the hole. And we can try and save all these hair guns.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump with everybody else.
No,
And
you put your
He's saying
Okay.
put one here and one on the mountain. That way everybody down here can just walk through it. And
Can I
then
do
you can jump into it.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely. It's any point you can see within 500 feet.
okay, so
So
then I'm
if
gonna
you
do that.
if you put your gate on the mountain and you put the other gate down in the hole, all you got to do is jump down in the hole into your gate, and it'll take you out to the mountain.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Got it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Erdan and Yurndris. Yurndris, give me 3. Erdan, give me 2.
Swings.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna jump down and see if I can't help open the gauges or something.
Now
After I've
y'all roll
explained that to
crits.
Miss-
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
So the ones I'm moving to the front here by Yurndris are the ones you've got free. So currently there's 2 cages and 1 chained Herringon still tied up.
Michelangelo's gonna try and open the gate
Yep.
closest.
Pam, you look over your shoulder and you can see the mountain is like right there. If you're gonna cast the spell, you got to do it like now.
Okay.
Okay.
I did it.
Gates open.
Can I
What do I do?
help too?
Everybody gets from right here. It's 1 round until the ship crashes.
Okay, I'm gonna take a pop at this cage.
Okay.
Like, gotta be something there, right?
Are you trying to break the lock or
Lock.
okay? Are you using what are you using to do that?
Oh, this is Godric. No wonder I can't find it. I mean, yin and yang should work on that, right? I'm trying to
Can
punch the
certainly
lock,
try. Go
the
ahead and
brass knuckles. Oh shit.
and the other one.
23.
That saved you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, and then if the gates if the arcane archways are open, when he comes out, I'm just pushing him into the archway.
Okay.
And start motioning for everybody to.
Yurndris, have you taken your turn this round?
Nope. We're doing initiative order. because it's
Okay.
1 round. So Michelangelo, you pop that lock open, push him through the gate, and then
And
start
motion for everybody.
ushering for the Herringons. They've all got enough movement. They all run through.
And then I should have enough movement to follow them through.
Correct.
Okay. As far as the ones that are still locked down, there's nothing I can do about it. So, but I'm out.
All right. Erdan, you're next.
Okay. Erdan's gonna come over to this one and make a swing at the lock on the cage.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, come on.
It is just enough to do it. Like you swing and you thought your hammer glanced off of it, and you look back and the lock is open.
Awesome. Erdan's just gonna grab the Herringon and run through the gate.
I'll say Hamish and Yerndris right now.
Hamish is just gonna jump through, and Indris is gonna break the chain on this Herringon.
Okay. Roll a hit. That'd be enough to do it. And you following through?
I'm up, and we're jumping through the thing.
Okay. Is there anybody not jumping through the portal at this point?
Well, I was going to let Ollie, because I'm still holding this rope, and I put down the hole just in case we needed it. I was going to let her go down, then I was going to just follow her down. But
Okay. Well, regardless of order, is there anybody staying on the ship? Or are you all going through the portal in one way, shape, or another?
Portal.
I was planning on going through the portal.
Okay. You all go through the portal then. Coming out the other side, you stop and look around, and you can see the ship just moments, like not even full seconds, before boom, and it collides into the side of the mountain in a ball of flame. And you guys are standing on the side of a mountain with a group of Herringons now.
Hey.
Yay.
14 to be specific.
I don't know about you guys, but I worked up such a hunger.
I'm gonna smile and rub my stomach and just do a nod.
Food sounds good right now.
Yeah, rest sounds good.
A bunch of jerky I can give you all, but we gotta get a move on.
So, world map. Well, Bayland map.
Yep, I'm working on it right
Which
now.
ones did we end up on?
Just cleaning stuff up on my end. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Roundabouts. You got... Oh, wrong thing. Roundabouts, you guys are right here.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I would assume the Herringons know where they're at. They live here.
They might. Somebody would have to talk to them.
Hey.
We'll crouch down.
Where we're going?
Yeah, I'm gonna crouch
Silent-
down and just.
I was gonna say, you really want the silent guy to try and figure this out, man?
I was waiting
Aw,
for
man.
it. Did somebody say something to one of them? Did I miss it in the
Yeah.
fuckery?
Any bunny know where we're going?
Perfect.
Well, one of them pipes up, young-ish female. Well, we were going to go become slaves, but now we're not. So, first off, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I meant more like, anybody know where we should be going to get back to your village?
Oh, well, I mean, if you look out over the jungle, the two tall trees are the only two remaining villages, and as you glance out from the mountains, you're high enough up the mountain you can see the tree for the Harley huts and the beast-hide burrows in the distance as they rise a full probably 150 200 feet higher than the forest canopy.
Okay, so IRL, it's been like 2 months since we were there. Which one was the one?
The beast-hide burrows was where you took the job at.
Okay.
She goes on to mention that the Eladrin city of Senelisi is somewhere nearby, and they've got ships and might be willing to give us a ride. Maybe for a cost, but...
How
Right.
far does it look like we would have to travel to
Probably 3
get to
days.
the beast tides?
To the beast-hides, at least a week.
And this
Because
village-
you remember it took you almost a week to walk from there to halfway down the western mountains. And it's a comparable distance.
and how far is this village with ships?
I can't be for certain, but a day, maybe 2 at most. And then
All right, we'll go with your idea.
a half-day ship ride, if they're willing.
How about you guys? But I seek medical attention for my shoulder, so I would like to go to this.
And your patched up punctured rib or lung.
Yeah, I'm about to, crash and burn, so I would like to get a move on, go into this ship place that we need to.
Yeah. We should.
I nod in
I'm-
agreement.
I'm gonna cast a level 3 Cure Wounds on Yindris,
Okay.
which is that like 3d8?
Think so.
Yeah. Okay.
It should be, if you open up the healing portion of the spell, when you go to drop it on her, you just right-click it twice before you drop it.
Are we on a map right now?
No, you are not. You can drop it in the combat tracker.
Oh. Okay. I keep forgetting that you could do all sorts of weird things with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you can just drop it in the chat box and I'll carry it over. So that's 17 points for you there, Yundris. One of the younger looking Haringons attaches itself to your leg, Miss Holly, and is super grateful and asks if she can stay with you if you'll keep her safe.
Of course, I'll keep you safe. It's okay. It's okay.
She says her friends call her Misty, and she would very much appreciate if you called her that as well.
Okay. Hi, Misty. My name is Miss Holly. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so what are you guys doing? Are you taking off right away, camping?
Well,
What's the climate like at this elevation?
Windy.
Let's climb down the mountain and set up camp once we reach the bottom.
So you're gonna climb down the mountain to set camp, and then climb back up the mountain to go to Senalisi.
Oh, we have to go up the mountain to get.
Yeah.
Share the Phelan map.
Oh,
Jeff?
yeah, sorry.
Probably don't have it up.
Thought everybody had it.
What time is it right now?
It's late afternoon, early evening.
So it's dark,
Not quite.
but it will be.
Within probably 2-3 hours tops.
So, for those looking at the map, if you look at the Perilous Peaks and the towers that are in it, there's a small circle. That's where we are.
Yep.
We're literally right around the corner from Senalise. That's why I was like,
Yeah, she said it's a day at most, maybe 2 to get there. She's not sure because she doesn't know exactly where y'all are, but by best guess.
I mean, we climb a little bit higher on the mountain and we should be able to see it.
It's an option.
Yeah, let's just climb up to the. Yeah, let's just climb a little higher to the top of the mountain so we can see it.
It's too easy. You guys spend the next hour or so drudging your way up the mountain.
I'm keeping an eye out for any sort of caves or any place to set up a camp.
Okay. Make either a perception or survival check. Nothing really catches your fancy. You find some flat-ish spots that would accommodate a couple of tents if you have any. But at the very least, it's not a ledge or an incline to sleep on. But you drudge your way up to the top of the mountain. It plateaus a little bit. And sure enough, you can see along the ridge up to the north the city of Senalisi.
And we can properly gauge how long it's going to take for us to get there?
Pretty.
You can roughly gauge a day's worth of travel. But that's what you can see in the distance. Towers, a couple of flying ships docked, and a neat little creviced-in city.
So then, yeah, Michelangelo's going to point at a fist and just put his hands together and do the sleeping motion.
Thumbs up, buddy.
Okay. So set in camp.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask around. Did anyone else notice anything nearby that looked good, or just set up here?
I'll point at the ground and just give you a thumbs up.
I just say we keep on walking. I can't wait to get those 3 B's. Bath, brothel, buffet.
Aren't 2 of those the same thing to you?
I mean, we're going all in one, hopefully.
I mean, a bath is kind of a broth after you've been in it. Maybe not a good one, but it's kind of the same thing.
Like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, it's tub girl soup. Delicious.
Anyways, you all find a nice flat spot to lick your wounds, rest for the night. Some conversations with the Herringons, they fill you in that, you know, they were out hunting or foraging or, you know, doing whatever Herringons do in the Feywild and got captured by the Redcaps. They didn't know exactly where they were being taken, but they knew that they were going to be sold in the Cloud City, is what they overheard. Or City in the Clouds.
I'd like to find the city in the clouds. We need to pay Claus a surprise visit instead of him paying us one. I don't like to leave gifts unpaid.
What'd you say, Pam?
The astral plane?
That doesn't ring any bells to any of them. They just heard the red cap saying City in the Clouds.
Okay. Alright.
Any other conversations? Anything you guys want to do, or you just want to sleep and get it over with?
At one point, I made a true seeing potion. Did I give that to Miss Holly?
I don't believe so.
Okay, because I see it in my inventory.
Let me check hers. I don't think you did.
Okay.
You did not. She does not have it.
Okay. I'm going to drop that in the party loot. I would like to give that to Miss Holly.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hold my heart after I give it to you, and then I'm gonna put my heart on to use. Like,
Oh.
I don't know if you want to perception that, but maybe you can figure out what I'm trying to say, and give you a big hug.
Yeah, let me do perception.
Insight.
Or insight, yeah, insight, perception, whatever it takes for you to realize what I'm saying.
12. She'll catch the gist of it, so give her a gist.
Yeah, the gist of it is, I love you. You're a good friend to me, and I appreciate everything that you do for me.
Oh,
You know,
well, she's gonna hug my Michelangelo.
His thoughts. I assume I can share my thoughts. Is off the table there. I teleported to this world, and at first everybody was like wanting to kill me. You're the only one that stood up to go, hey, he's good. Just don't kill him. Let's not make turtle soup. So
Yes, of course, of course.
Well,
I'm
now,
just gonna hug Michelangelo like, oh, friend.
I want to say for at least like a good week or two, Willie just thought that Godric turned into a turtle. He's a turtle. Yes, and then you came back, and I'm like, wait, hold on, what the fuck's going on? Are you aware? And then I caught up, and I was like, oh, okay. So Willie's kind of dumb.
Yeah. And I mean, since we're all sitting around the campfire, Michelangelo's gonna look at Willie and grin, rub his belly. He's just gonna nod and point at you and give that you look. You know what I mean? You, buddy, you. Just rub the belly with a big smile. You can either try and perceive what I'm saying, or you can just take it for what it is.
Nothing to cook with. All it is rations until we get to the city. Then we're gonna see what they got to use.
So I'm gonna smile and give a big to everybody, and I'm gonna go lay down. I'm tired. I'm wore out. I'm happy that we actually made it through that encounter alive, and we're moving on.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to do before sleepy sleep?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there randomly, and then I'll just be like, damn it! Ah! I meant to get that red cap's arms. I told him I was going to make soup, and then I got carried away with the ship exploding, and I forgot to get his arms. I'm a liar.
Fluffy butt.
Go at that one.
Sir Fluffy Butt's gonna walk up with 3 red cap corpses on his horn. Kind of nudge Willie.
Ooh. I could definitely make some soup with that.
I'm gonna
Sir
read for
Fluffy
a
Butt
little bit.
gives him a wink.
Okay. How long are you reading for, Pam?
I don't know how long are we resting.
Well, you guys are pretty tired, so I'd say you're gonna camp for probably at least 9 hours, maybe longer.
Okay, so I'll read for 4 hours.
So if you read for 4 hours, you will not be able to get a long rest. You get a short
Okay,
rest
now
out
we're
of it.
2 hours.
Okay, that'll work.
I'm gonna put a third level spell slot and just put up Liam's tiny hut.
I
No, it
can
won't take
save you the
everybody.
spell slot. You can do that one as a ritual.
Oh, okay, that works.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it does say ritual on
Yep.
it.
So yeah, you can do
Alright.
that. You can do that as a ritual, which will allow, I think it's up to 10 creatures to sleep inside of,
I think it's.
or 8,
Let me look. 9.
9. Yeah,
9 a medium size or smaller. So
that'll
I'll
keep
put that up.
those 9 comfortable at least.
Yeah, I'll put that up and, you know, just kind of announce to everybody that, you know, the kids can sleep in here where they're safe.
Okay.
I think there's at least one kid there, I think.
The whole time you're reading, Pam, Misty never goes far from you. She's always within 10, 15 feet. Kind of clung to the hip type situation right now. And make a perception check for me. Yeah, you just reading your book. All right.
I look at Misty and I'm like, I'm just reading a little bit. You rest. It's okay. It's safe with me. You
Oh.
can rest.
Okay.
No.
Going to
Do
go
we have a
over
picture
to
of
Miss
Misty?
Holly.
Hold on, one at a time. What was that, Pam?
Do you have a picture of Misty?
Not right now.
Like, I know what they look like, but like wanting more specifics. Okay. Never mind.
What were you saying, Jeremy?
I am going to go over to Miss Holly.
Okay.
And, careful not to disturb the rabbit on the other side. Hey, Miss Holly, I just kind of wanted to check in with you. Things have been a little crazy lately.
Make a perception check as you walk up, Fitz.
Perception?
Yep.
Never do well at these. Perception.
Best you can tell, the book that she is reading is like a journal diary of some sort.
So
Everything. It's okay. It's been crazy. I know. But yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm just catching up on a little reading. It kind of distracts me, and then I'll take a rest because I'm really tired. But yeah, it's definitely been a couple crazy moments here. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah, just a little worried about you. What is that? One of those books that we found in the spider chick's hideout?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Alright, well, don't let it turn you to the dark side or something.
No, of course not. I wish it was one of those books. And then she says, "Kitty." Oh, and this is Misty.
You can go back.
Misty, this is kind of my stepdad. Long story short.
Hi, sir.
You remind me a lot of a friend of mine from back home.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, she's a hair and gone too. In fact,
okay, yeah.
I think she's the granddaughter of some big lady at the big tree.
Maybe. Everybody has lots of kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and it's possible. I don't know.
I turn to Fitz and I'm like, "It's been a long day. We'll catch up with you later."
Max, you had something?
I was just gonna walk up to Erdan, holding my shoulder, and he's a little wheezy because he has a punctured lung. He's gonna go, "Thank you for saving my life," and then he's gonna walk off.
Any response, Dan, as he walks
As
off?
Erdan's just gonna smile right before Yindris walks off. I was looking. Hold on. I think Yindris could use some more healing. I think because he's. I'm well. Does Erdan notice the wheezing? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, Yurndris is in rough shape. He went from a severed shoulder to a punctured lung to barely functional in the last 2 minutes of combat there.
I will drop a level 4 cure wounds on Yindris. Let's see if we can't help with that a little bit.
It definitely helps clear it up. Still a little raspy, but definitely does wonders.
Now, do we know with Yendris, like, will a long rest cure all of this, or is this something we need to heal on him before the long rest?
So the spells
What?
you guys have already done have taken care of the detrimental effects of the shoulder injury and the lung injury. He's just kind of going through the aftermath healing process at this point. Like
Okay.
you're not concerned for his health, well-being, or functionality at this point. You're just kind of helping ease him along.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure our buddy
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
gonna
it's not like
suffer.
something like you put on some cursed breastplate and have a week to find a cleric that can do a remove curse spell or anything. Throwback to episode 12. But, all right. Anybody got anything else?
Oh.
Into
I'm gonna go up to Erdan.
Okay.
And just check in on him, see how he's doing. Hey, by the way, did you have the recipe for that potion I drank during the ceremony?
That would be a good question to the DM. I'm guessing I do, but I'm gonna leave that up to the DM on that one.
what was the question? I'm sorry.
He's asking if well, Fitz, I'll let you. Sorry.
The potion I drank before the ceremony to actually do the ceremony to contain the bestial rage.
The recipe's never the same twice. Erdan would say. It's a series of prayer to Saloon, and Saloon will guide him to the correct ingredients based on the person that will be performing the ritual. So there's no set recipe for it. It depends on who's going through the process.
Okay, gotcha.
You can't make a were army, is what I'm hearing.
Not unless you've got a deity willing to give you the recipe.
I was just gonna ask. Erdan's gonna inquire what does Fitz ask.
Oh,
Or what do you ask?
well, like I told you before, in the prime material plane where I come from, most wares are put down or hunted down and killed. Um, and as it has been pointed out before, me and my wife collect spare children like Pokemon. So I was just thinking that that's a whole nother group of orphan children that we can collect.
Erdan is going to point out the amulet that he gave him and say that that Fitz is going to need to pray for guidance from Saloon, and that hopefully she will show him the way.
Yeah. I just hope she doesn't call me ugly again.
Yeah. Face only a mother could love, right?
Evidently, I think I'm beautiful, but apparently your goddess has whole nother standards.
Erdan's just gonna shrug.
All right. Well, if that's it for the evening, what is our watch order if we're doing a watch?
Me and Michelangelo will take the first one.
I'll take the one after him.
Okay.
I'll take the 1-3 after that one, but 2 before the last one, preferably.
The math's
I'll
not
go
there,
after
bud.
Brittany.
I'll take the third one. That's fine.
Okay. So 1, 2,
I
3,
go
4.
after Brittany.
Okay. So that's the first 4. Erdan, Yurndris. Dibs on
Well,
last.
let me ask you this. I could probably do it, because from what I understand about Leoman's tiny hut is that I can see out of it, but I don't think anybody can see into it.
That is correct.
Because it's opaque. So, Erdan will offer to take the last watch. I
Okay.
guess.
Sounds good.
Me.
Mike, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Skills are there. 8.
Your watch goes by uneventfully. You do notice on the far mountaintop over here a purple light. Like, looks like it would be a campfire light, but it's purple. Has been glowing since you were able to see it.
Okay. When it's time for shift change,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap whoever it is on their chest and point at my eyes, and then point at the glowy light.
Okay. Sounds good. Next watch is Fitz. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
So I did that to you, Fitz. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
You don't notice anything for the duration of your watch. You keep an eye on that purple fire or that purple light, and you're pretty confident that it's another campsite, but it's 2 mountain peaks away. There's, unless they could fly straight line, there's no way they could get to you tonight.
I will, when my watch is over, I'll go wake Willie up and tell him about the purple light, and then I'm gonna go curl up with Sir Fluffy Butt and use him as a magnificent fluffy pillow.
Sounds good. Willie, give me that roll. Nothing. Miss Holly, a perception check, please. Alright. Your watch goes by uneventfully. Yerndra's perception, if you would. Another uneventful hour. And last but not least, Erdan.
Perception. Can I give myself guidance on this?
Yeah.
Or I'll give myself guidance rather.
I would say no, actually, because guidance is like an instant thing, and this is perception over the course of your watch. 16. You hear some wolves or wolf-like creatures howl way off in the distance, but other than that, your watch goes by uneventfully. Everybody gets a full rest for the evening. There it went. And it didn't give it to you guys. What the hell?
No, I'm just giving myself everything back.
It might have been because of Fitz.
What'd I do?
Nope, it wasn't because of you. Oh. Something to do with something. Just do it manually. There we go. Everybody's up to snuff. You all wake up in the morning. First light. Anything you want to do before you set out for the day?
Real quick, I think my stuff is still set as though I'm in 8 form. Don't know why. I just realized that.
Yeah, that's what happens when we don't pull your token off before we close it out. That's on your main tab under special move. There's that series of 6 numbers. Those are your stats. Left to right, it's strength, dex, so on and so forth. So if you ever notice they're off, that's what they should be when you're not shaped. I did the same thing for you, Fitz. Yeah, it
Quick picture of that.
didn't take 20. There we go. Right. Mike, you're done with the back and forth, right?
Yep.
Okay. You wake up as Godric.
Alright.
I will get that sorted here.
I'm gonna step out and step back in. It makes it easier making one of the characters disappear.
Are you guys up to anything before you head out for the day?
Yeah, morning, y'all.
Morning.
The hell we end up on a mountain?
Yeah.
It was either this or the ocean or burned. So
The ocean or burned from a camp?
from the day before.
You guys haven't seen Godric since you left the Werebitch camp.
And that's what I'm saying. From the day before. You missed a lot.
That
Allah
was
Hasab.
that was
Well,
3 days ago now.
yeah.
At least.
Well,
It took us like 3 days to catch up to him, I think.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I look
well,
at Godred and I'm like, we'll get you up to date. It's been
Okay. Well, I got some information for you guys too, actually.
what is it?
Well, as you know, me and Michelangelo have been swapping spots here when we go to sleep at night. When I leave, I determined I've been going back to the tower. Like the tower, Miss Holly. So I think
He's talking about the one where y'all lost Tipsy, in case you don't realize, Pam.
Okay.
The only tower you guys have been to.
when I go, I'm not spending a whole lot of time there. I'm only spending a few seconds there at a time. So it took me this long, this many trips, if you will, to piece it all together. But I think somehow Michelangelo ended up with a piece of that portal crystal that caused us to start plane shifting. But you know,
Maybe.
I'm back now, so
Make an Arcana check, Pam. Yeah, you fully understand that, your knowledge of portal work is a little iffy, but the little bit you do understand, you understand that that portal tore you guys to the Astral Sea. Godric was the last one to go through the portal before Tipsy. There's a chance that he was linked to it, and by activating a shard that remained, it created a bridge between realms.
Makes sense.
It's all theory, of course, but your brain bridges that gap.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
so apparently I've been going home when I leave. Of course, it was not one of the spots at home I really wanted to be alone in, but it seemed to be empty.
Right.
That tower was in the Shadowfell. That was not home.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
home planes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's my update for you. Well, everybody actually, since we're all here.
Okay.
But it's good to see you all again.
See you too, Godric.
Nice to see you. You're back.
All right. Well, you guys start making your way through the mountains. It's kind of slow going with, the 20 or so that you are right now. Somebody give me a survival check at advantage, and somebody else give me a perception check at advantage.
I could do perception. Why was that nature?
I could do survival. You said survival at advantage?
Yep.
Yours has a charm because I didn't click the advantage.
Well, you still rolled a
You rolled a 22. I mean, that's pretty damn good. So,
Stay with that number instead of the 13.
yeah, I'll let you keep the 22. The day goes uneventful. You see some wildlife that you're easily able to circumvent and avoid. And you're able to find a pretty decent path through the mountains. And you arrive at Senelisi just before supper. So you spend pretty much the whole day walking. And you are there. You approach the city through the mountain pass. Put this back up for y'all. So the mountain pass kind of comes in through this way. And you make your way in, and about right here, there's some guards, and they stop you. Halt! What brings you here? You notice right away that they are Eladrin. They are nature-based, elven-featured creatures. These two in particular reflect summer, so they're vibrant reds.
Hello, friends. We have come searching for a ride to one of the hop and gone trees.
This isn't a fairy city. This is a guard outpost. We don't exactly offer rides to just anybody.
Right. So we're gonna need to get into town.
You came here looking for a ride, like I just said. We don't do rides.
Do I notice any, because we are in a town.
I'm sorry, stop everybody. I have to retcon real quick, meaning rewind.
Okay.
Last night while you all slept, everybody had a dream. Very similar to the dream you've been having, soaring through the forest, over the mountains, across the swamps, and to the entrance of another forest. Tonight's dream starts at the mountaintops. Kind of like a third-person point of view hovering over your camp, and shows a winding path down the mountains, across the swamp, and to the entrance to a forest where a path lays. And you could all just make out the whisper of a voice. It said, "This is the way." And Pam and Godric would recognize that voice as one of the wizards from the material plane. Miss Holly, you had another dream. Traipsing through the darkness to your wonderful hooded figure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it? Did you find the book?
Am I supposed to talk in my dream or?
You've been talking to him in your dreams so far.
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Yes, I have.
Good. The power you desire to accomplish your goals and protect your family lie within. Wait not to read its true mysteries.
I will. But who are you?
All will be revealed soon, child.
Don't go.
As he fades back into the mist. And just
Don't
about then
go.
is when you got woke up for your watch.
Okay.
You know, I really thought I raised her better than to talk to strange men in dreams.
This was pre you, so technically you didn't raise her at all.
That's true.
You know, if you're gonna stomp all over my jokes, I'm gonna start stomping all over yours.
That's fair. I'm just trying to keep the plot line somewhat clean. That's all.
We had a we
Find another cave for you.
we had a unicorn shove his horn up her hoo-ha. Like it's not clean. There's nothing clean about this.
Clean as in
Yeah.
organized. Keeping stories straight. But anyways, so you're back at the gate. It's pretty clear that they're not going to let you in just because you need a ride.
How about we show them some of our lovely 20 members that might look familiar, and maybe that will
They see
make
them.
them.
They're not hiding.
Well, we think we might have, and then I point.
Do I see any
They
signs
might
of
live here.
holy buildings?
Make a perception check. Nope.
7. Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, you're still in the mountain pass, so you can't really see the city. They're not wearing any amulets or articles of religious.
Right. You know, I want to. Do, do these guards look like they are like just hesitant to let us in, or they look like they're like, screw you guys, get the fuck out of here?
Make an insight check.
23.
They're doing their job. They meant what they said in that this is a more of a guard outpost than an actual city.
Okay.
So they're not likely to let anybody in.
Okay. So
Do they
I
have
am
any
going to
reaction?
look. I'm going to look at the guards and say, "Look, we are on an important mission to vanquish some evils of the world. Is there somebody that I can speak to let them understand what's going on and see if they can help us in any way, shape, or form?"
There's always evils in the world. Hell, I've seen 4 or 5 of them in my lifetime alone. What evils could be so important that you need to encroach upon us?
Warlocks looking to destroy all planes of existence.
As you say that, his expression and demeanor changes from stern and stubborn to, oh shit. And he leans over to his partner, whispers something in his ear, and his partner runs off. He turns back to you and, wait here. Back up about 50 feet and there's a ridge that makes for a decent bench. Just wait there.
I spent weeks being the fun guy, and within 5 minutes I gotta go back to being dad. Are we serious now?
What were you going to say, Jeremy?
I was gonna ask if they have any reaction to the unicorn, kind of like the Herringons did.
Nope.
Yeah.
They treat all of you as just a group of travelers.
Well, that's shitty. Obviously, they do not understand how worthy of worship and awe he is.
If anything, they're a little off-put by the decomposing corpses of redcaps impaled upon his horn.
Are you still traveling in bear form, Fitz?
No, I'm in human form.
Say,
Okay.
unless he put it back on this morning, it would have gone away when he slept.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was just double checking.
Yeah.
I know Erdan always changes back, but it seemed like Fitz just wasn't giving up his bear form, so.
Well, that whole fight lasted like 2 minutes.
Once you were on the ship, it lasted.
Felt like forever. Since we
Yeah,
started it at
like
Christmas.
2-3 minutes. Once you and Erdan got on the ship, it was like 2-3 minutes. But if you count the time in the forest when it really started, I mean, it took like an entire day. So, which I count because y'all didn't get a rest or anything in between. So, anyways, while you guys wait, anything you're doing?
I'm just gonna look over everybody and make sure they're doing okay. Make sure there's no wounds that need to be treated or anything like that.
Is,
I'm
is
just gonna
anybody
look
else
at the guard.
thinking?
Go ahead.
Is anybody else thinking that the warlock in this realm is up to some really nasty shit from their reaction?
Maybe.
Any warlock's up to no good. I have yet to meet a good one.
Oh, I've known several of them. It really depends on their patron. I'm just.
I'm gonna look at the guard and ask, do you have any temples here?
No, we don't formalize our worship. Nature is the mother of all.
So you're a heathen camp, is what I'm hearing.
I wouldn't
It's okay.
say
It's okay.
heathen. Alternative.
Sure.
This is just
Potato,
what a human would say.
potato. It's okay, bud. It's okay. I'm not downgrading your nice camp here. I was just curious.
Of note again, Miss Holly, Misty has been pretty much clung to the hip all day.
That's fine.
You guys wait a while. Sit, rest your feet. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Pam?
I'm gonna ask Misty if she's okay. Like,
Yeah.
Misty, are you okay? Are you holding up?
I'm okay as long as you're gonna keeping me safe.
Are
Of
all
course I
those
will.
hair
Don't have to
gons
worry.
traveling with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody
What the hell?
told them to go away, so they're just like following you guys.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just curious because we're standing at a gate and we got like a whole freaking little army of Heracons with us.
Yeah.
Not just us.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference.
14 of them to be
Dude.
specific.
Can Misty ride on top of Hamish?
So, Misty being younger doesn't necessarily mean she's small. She's on the low side of a medium creature.
Isn't a full size one only 4 foot tall?
I don't remember the exact details, to be honest with you. I think so, though. Where's my stat sheet?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Yep, I got it.
Size medium to small.
Medium or small.
Yeah. So no more than 4 foot.
So they could be as tall as 5-6 feet, realistically.
I was gonna say, didn't my captain, didn't she like ride a dire wolf? Wasn't it?
An owl bear.
Oh, owl bear, right?
Yeah.
I
Which
thought-
is a large creature, so I think she was registered as a small creature, so she would have been able to ride even a medium creature. She was on the smaller side. But Misty is, you can tell she's younger, but she's bigger than what her age would be perceived as.
Can I say to Misty, like, and call Hamish and be like, "Hi, come here. This is Hamish. He won't hurt you." And kind of have him get close to Misty. Kind of do like a friendly sniff.
Yeah, you can do the introduction. She's hesitant and doesn't do much in the way of interacting. She's kind of says hi and keeps her distance. Have Hamish
This is dangerous.
have Hamish make a perception check at advantage. Because it'll be smell based. Hamish doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
He doesn't behave any differently, at least. What was the insight for, so I know what DC to set for it?
On Misty, just something about her unsettles me.
She seems like a scared child.
I'm keeping my eye on her. Something about her just...
Aren't
That's
you the
not
one with the
worse.
whole army of children?
Yes. They're not technically an army. They've never been officially registered.
Okay, a militia. My bad.
Hey, it's within my rights to have a well-maintained militia.
Can I introduce Misty to like everybody else?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Everybody can make an insight check as she gets introduced to you. Or perception, your pick.
I'll give myself guidance, if possible.
That's fine. Man, you're all rolling 20s opening them cages.
Hey, close, 17, okay.
Hey, I got a 17.
Well, that was bad.
Everybody's loving Misty, I see. Okay.
Godric, you got an 11.
What?
You rolled
Wow.
an 11, not a 17.
His
Oh, I was
first
looking at.
insight was 17, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's because I was looking at the guard.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
at the guard.
never mind.
Sir Fluffybutt can make one as well.
I looked at the old one. Sorry.
All good.
He got his 17 naturally.
She seems normal to everybody. Erdan and Sir Fluffybutt. The only thing you notice is her mannerisms. The way she carries herself and walks and just generally behaves isn't consistent with Herringons that you've seen so far.
Does Erdan recognize the movements? Like, you know how certain creatures will move certain ways, or like if you ever go hunting, like certain creatures take certain paths or do certain things, you know, stuff like that. Does Erdan notice any of that?
Make a nature check. Or survival. I'd take either or.
Ooh, I'll go with survival. I'll take it.
Damn, son.
You know that it's consistent with a humanoid. But it's like, you wouldn't be able to pick out what type of humanoid, because, like, two humans can walk differently, but they still walk to the same respect, if that makes sense.
Fair.
That Sir Fluffybutt being from the Feywild, is there anything that would strike it to him as she's acting more like this than Herringon?
Same thing that Erdan picked up. Something that's used to walking on two legs, but not used to having the spring in its step that Herringons have.
So, as everybody's talking, Erdan is going to use one of his Firbolg innate spells and cast Detect Magic.
The whole party lights up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Well,
Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
Specifically, he's focusing in on Misty. Like, he's focusing in to see because like it's not the things aren't lining up. The movement like a humanoid, not moving like a Harengon, things like that. So he's kind of wondering if there's something like a disguise of some sort or something that's causing this to happen, causing maybe make Misty look different than she really is.
She has a ring on her middle finger on her left hand that glows a faint blue color.
Take that down before I forget because I've had a lot of wine.
I am going to use my divine sense, which allows me to detect the presence of good and evil.
Hold on 1 second on that. I'm reading up the details on Detect Magic because you do get to learn the school of magic coming from that aura. The school is, I think I know the word, I just need to look it up just to be safe. Illusion. So whatever's going on with that ring is illusion based.
So the ring was on her left hand, right middle finger?
Correct. But it doesn't tell you if the ring is currently active or not. It just tells you that it is magical and the magic is illusion based.
Correct. Middle finger, and it was glowing blue, and it was illusion based.
Were there any conversations going on while Fitz and Erdan are playing Sherlock Holmes over here?
I'm sitting here watching the town as best I can, waiting.
Okay. Small talk. Fitz, you said you were going to do Detect Good and Evil?
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull up the details on that.
Yeah, it's my divine sense, the presence of strong evils and powerful.
Just make sure you guys are marking off slots for...
Yeah. Boop. There it goes.
You do not detect anything off your divine sense.
Nobody, nothing in the area is registering as
Good or evil.
strong good.
Nope.
Do you want me to drop that effect on my guy since it lasts 10 minutes?
You don't need to.
Okay.
Unless you want to start nitpicking what everybody's magic is.
Not quite yet.
For real, though, you cast that and it was like blinding for a half second because y'all got a lot of shit.
So Erdan is gonna motion for Fitz to kind of give him kind of the I don't know if Fitz can see this, but the whole little hey, come here kind of thing.
I'll slowly work my way over.
Fitz, when Fitz comes over, he's gonna point out to Fitz that something seems a little off about the Harengon girl.
You know, I felt that same thing, and Fluffy Butt is saying that she doesn't move like a normal Harengon, which, you know, looking at her with the other Harengons, I see it now that it's pointed out.
Yeah.
I just have no idea what it means.
So she definitely moves. I don't know what, but I recognize it as being more like humanoid than it is like a Harengon kind of thing.
Erden, you do realize that Harengons are humanoid, right?
Yeah, I learn something new every day, I guess.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt while you guys are having that conversation. Pam, Misty kind of like tugs on your arm and goes, "Hey, can I talk to you? I gotta tell you something."
Yeah. What's up? Sure.
Can we just step off to the side here real quick? They're staying in eyesight. They're not like going around the corner, but she wants you to like step away from the group while she talks to you.
Sure.
I texted you, Pam. Go ahead, continue your conversation, Brad, Jeremy.
So Erden's gonna look at Fitz and be like, "What do you know about magic items?"
I know they're
Specifically,
expensive.
rings.
I like them.
What do you know?
I mean, rings can do just about anything.
Like, possibly change of shape, maybe?
Well, I imagine they're probably rings of polymorph, rings of disguise, rings of hide and shadows. Most of the fun ones set stuff on fire.
What would you say if I was to tell you that that little Herringon girl may or may not have a magic ring on?
I wouldn't be terribly surprised depending on what its magic is.
All I can tell you is it's illusionary in nature.
Yeah, my biggest concern is that it's not that captain guy that ran away from us. I don't know. She just something about her makes my skin crawl.
Well, like what?
I don't know. I mean, my best friend for most of my life was a Herringon, and now she's like the captain of the town guard that I live in. So I mean, I have just been around them a lot, and just something about her sets me on edge.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it's just my paladin senses are tingling.
Ergon's just gonna look at Fitz and kind of be like, "So, can we say that something needs to be done about this?"
All right,
Or
right now, all we know is she makes me tingly in my no-no spot, and that she doesn't quite move like a Herringon. I'm pretty sure we can't skin her and give her to Willie for the stew just for that.
no, but
I do think we should watch her very carefully.
fair. So, are we in agreement that we shouldn't let her out of our sight?
I think that's for the best right now. I mean,
Okay.
Miss
she's
Holly
not
and Misty
truly
walk
evil.
back over to the hug each. You see them hug each other, and then they walk back over by the rest of the group.
What was that all about?
Who's asking?
Erdan.
Oh. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
There's no going. Y'all are waiting still.
Let's go like
Yeah, hurry up and wait, David.
No,
You know what? I gotta applaud you because that was a good one, and it just came to a halt so fast.
Deflection right back in my face.
I'm gonna go to Godric. I'm gonna pull out my axe, my feather axe. Do you have any sort of ability to identify this? magic do you know?
You're muted if you're talking, Mike.
Who's muted?
Got it. You muted, Mike.
We can't hear you.
Playing like
Sorry, I was
a
talking to somebody else. What's going on, guys?
Oh, good.
Oh,
I go up to Godric and I ask if you have the ability to identify my axe at all.
I'm pretty
Other
sure
than
that's a
that,
negative story, but I'll double check, but I don't think so.
I don't think clerics can cast identify.
No, I don't have anything like that. Best I can do is detect if it's good or evil.
No, you need a bard or a wizard to identify shit.
But can't you cast legend lore? Legend.
Could. That wouldn't tell you the details of the item, though. It would just tell you if there's any tales, forgotten stories, or lore about the item. It's like the stories of its exploits, not what it is and what it does.
It's there somewhere.
But right about this time, the guard comes back with two other guardsmen, a little more, I guess, professionally dressed. Their armor's cleaner and neater, and you get the idea that they're like a royal guard of sorts. They don't do the outpost work. They stay in the city, quote unquote. And with them is another Eldrin, softer yellows and gold skin tones. Anybody who knows Eldrins would know that this is a spring Eldrin. And he steps up and greets all of you and... Hello, my name is Lord Eppa, second hand to the Royal Magistrate. I understand you're on some sort of quest?
Yes, we have been tasked with vanquishing some evil warlocks of the worlds, if you will. And we are on that, and they are hell bent on destroying all planes of existence. We have tracked one down to this plane, and we are just in need of transportation.
He
to
holds
get
up a
back
hand to stop you.
Mhm.
Speak the warlock's name, if you would, please.
Off table. Give me a second. I have it. I just have to find it in my notes here.
Anybody got it?
Yes. Desser.
Like, which name would you want him? There's Lorath, or was it like Gastove or whatever?
No, Gastolf was the one that was supposedly dead that we found.
Gastef and Lorad are the same people.
Yeah, those are the ones that we just took out in
That's the one you guys killed in the Astral
Astral
Sea.
Sea. Yeah.
Yes, we had to kill him twice, but the second time finally took.
Yes. So, and
You give the name Desser?
yes, because Sorith is in the tower on the material planes. So Desser is the only one we're looking for.
As soon as you speak the name, he turns and beckons with the hand and follow me. The magistrate will want to speak to you immediately. And he ushers you all into the city. Brings you into this castle-looking building. Here.
Okay.
And I mean, there's no stop or anything. He walks you right into the main room. In front of you, there's no throne, but there's like a high table, if you will. Seated at the head of it is another Eldrin, a spring Eldrin. And there's various other Eldrins seated around the table. It's kind of like a Knights of the Round Table situation going on. But the Eldrin at the head speaks up. He says, I am Magistrate Acker. I speak on behalf of Senalisi and its people. Speak your quest quickly. Time may be of the essence.
So, quickly, we are on the hunt for a warlock by the name of Desser, who is in league with, well, was in league with 2 other warlocks to destroy all planes of existence. We are just looking for the means to get back to um, Beast Hide Burrows, where we have our own means of transportation. But it's roughly a week or 2 by foot. Um, we were told that you may have the means here to help us get there, so we can get back on our way to finding Desser.
What makes you believe that Desser may be an issue? He's remained dormant for hundreds of years now.
Because his other companions have become active, and we've already vanquished one of his fellow warlocks.
The members
One
of the
by-
table all mutter amongst themselves at the mention of the other 2 warlocks being active. After a
The
moment,
one that we dealt with so far was Gastov, and I look at Fitz for the other name.
The rat.
no, we do not recognize a Larat, but Gasdef was definitely one of the scourges that were upon us hundreds
He
of
went by
years
both
ago.
names at some point, but that's the first one that we've vanquished, and now we're on the hunt for number 2, which is Desser.
You killed Gasdef.
If you want to call it killing, yes.
Oh my,
Let's
that's...
just say he's no longer in existence to our knowledge.
Was he alone, or did you just happen to kill him and others broke away? And how did you kill him?
Slowly.
Slowly.
Deliciously slowly.
Forgive my friend.
Yeah, he definitely makes a slightly disgusted face at you.
He
Just slightly,
had-
though. Like, he understands, but he's still like...
there was some past personal issues involved with the interactions between my fellow companion and Gastov. But no, they were separated, and from our understanding, they are on separate planes of existence. Gastov was in the astral planes. Our understanding of Desser is here in the Feywilds. And once we take care of Desser, we'll be looking for Seraph back on the material planes.
Yes, that's how it began last time. Alright. Well, it seems like you know enough. Please follow me. He stands up, and as he stands, you can see some of his more defined features now, and he is an old elf. Like, he is extremely old. But he moves pretty decently, and he follows you, or he guides you into one of the side chambers. He goes, is it all 20 of you? 22 of you, sorry.
No, the pile of hair and gons with us, they're just trying to make their way back home.
I see. I must ask them to remain out here then for what I'm about to show you.
As long as we're not being asked to leave them behind when we leave,
No, they'll
I'm okay with that.
remain right here in the main room. But you 6, please follow me. And he leads you into a side room, which in the back corner there's a spiral staircase up to a tower, and he walks all the way up to the top. As you're walking up the top, you can see murals painted on the walls in fairly standard elven art form. Anybody who was present, I think all of you did, I think Erdan watched it, but the memory crystal, all the scenes of what happened with the warlocks are depicted in paintings on these walls. Brad, I don't remember if you watched that memory crystal or not when you linked up with the party. I think you did.
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
I don't either.
No.
But
No, because that was in the astral plane. We saw that.
yes, but the bishop gave you guys the crystal right before you left. One of you has the memory crystal in your inventory right now.
That's probably
Miss
Miss Holly.
Probably.
Yeah.
Have it.
The one person who like never goes in her inventory.
Right.
Yep, there it is in Miss Holly's inventory.
Yeah, so no, it hasn't been brought out, so he wouldn't have been perfect
Okay.
to it.
Well, you're getting filled in on the murals of the three warlocks starting in three separate planes: the material, the astral, and the Fey, and just wreaking general havoc before gaining enough power to open more and more of the sky tears that you've been seeing. If you don't remember what they look like, I don't think I have the picture handy. There it is. But they look like this. This is what the sky looks like above you right now. And as the warlocks get stronger and cause more chaos, these tears get bigger and more branchy, and eventually it opens up a rift and merges the planes together. That's when the three warlocks come together and cause ultimate chaos. It shows the city of Brawl being in the material plane originally, the great battle. I don't remember the names off the top of my head. I wasn't prepared for a backstory. But it shows one wizard and a small group of adventurers going to fight all three of them in Brawl. The wizard performing an ancient forgotten ritual to encapsulate the three warlocks in crystals. And him being the sole survivor of that fight. It then shows the blue crystal remaining in the material plane and being buried deep beneath the Earth's surface. It shows the red crystal being sent with Brawl and the astral elves back to the astral sea. And then it shows the yellow crystal being given to the Eladrin for protection and sent back to the Feywild before all of the sky tears were closed. And that's where the paintings stop. There should be an episode on YouTube if you really want to go back and watch the whole thing, or I can send you the backstory notes on it so you're better filled in later, Brad. I'll get with you that off camera.
Yeah, no worries.
But you get up to the top, and there's a telescope of sorts, and he looks through it and goes, Well, it doesn't seem like there's any issues right now, and he gestures if anybody wants to look through. You would see the telescope pointed out. You can over the swamps to the east, and just kind of centered on a point in the forest. He goes, if he had been released, there would be chaos in this area, and everything looks as it has for hundreds of years. Things
Well,
seem.
If it's all right with you, I understand that nothing seems to be out of place at the moment. But can we could you please help us get back to our ship? Back to the Harangon village, so we can get back to our ship and get on with hunting down this desert, please.
Arrangements can be made for that. Do you plan on seeking this crystal?
We plan on seeking Desert. The crystal is just
Well,
a
Desert
byproduct.
lies within the crystal currently, so if it is your job to verify and or attempt to vanquish, I must warn you, I have been watching over this crystal since I brought it back here all those near 1,000 years ago. And the last thing we did as a failsafe was protect it with an ancient being. You may not be able to reach it.
Okay, can you give us any kind of information on this? Guard?
Yeah, I'm digging through my notes for it. Give me 1 second.
I mean, if we can at least communicate with the guard and decipher the situation with the crystal.
Oh, she will definitely communicate with you. It's just how that communication will transpire. Where the fuck's the name? Hold on. I think I named her Seraphine. I don't remember.
Seraph and Seraphine.
Oh, I know where I've got it. Hold on. Oop, wrong one. Lady Seraphina. She is a ancient archfey being. Not quite goddess. She's definitely not immortal, but she is very powerful. And we, through much trial and error, were able to trick her into being stuck guarding the crystal.
When you say tricked her into being stuck, it sounds like she might be a little pissed if we show up. Is this the case? Because I need to know. We need to know.
She is a being capable of living more lifetimes than even I could imagine. Pissed? I don't think so. The 1,000 years that have passed, probably more of a blink in the eye to her than anything. Upset, irritated, probably. I doubt she would come out swinging, though, so to speak.
Okay.
But she won't make it easy.
You said she's a what type of being?
We all have known her as an archfey of the Feywild.
Okay.
Tricksy, deadly when provoked. But we were able to get her to agree to guard it until such time as she's released. She wouldn't even let me in if asked.
Once we'll work with her when we get there.
Of course.
Right now, we just have to get back to our means of getting there.
Understood.
And
Well,
instead of asking you guys to transport us there, we're just asking to get back to our own transport.
understood. Well, it is late. We don't fly at night unless it is an emergency. We will set you up in one of our longhouses here for the evening, provide you with food and drink, and you may make use of any resources you find in our village for the evening. And I'll see you off at first light.
And is it true there are no places of worship here?
It is correct. We simply worship nature as we find it. We don't create any shrines or temples.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns, or everybody good with this?
No.
He leads you all back down the tower to the main room and speaks with Epper for a moment, who then humbly escorts you to a longhouse near the center of the village. Says the place is yours for the evening. There are some shops and such around town if you wish to partake, but nothing is free, of course. And he will
About
come to retrieve
anybody
you in the morning.
interested in buying shit?
Yeah, I would love to go buy some more weapons, please and thank you.
Of particular note, he points out that there's kind of a catch-all shop on the western edge of town, a pawn shop in layman's terms. There's a blacksmith on the north end. He wouldn't be able to make you anything, but he could possibly enhance what you already have. There's a apothecary near the fields to the east, and a fletchery to the south. Fletchery is bows and arrows and such, for anybody not familiar with the term.
Okay. Well, the catch-all. I'd like to visit the catch-all, actually.
Okay. Is everybody going or just Godric?
I'm going with
No, I'll go too.
Okay.
Now we'll make it a party.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
why not?
You enter standard Eladrin. His name is Rati. I can't roll my R, but Rati.
Okay.
He welcomes you to his shop. Looks at you kind of curiously. You can tell he doesn't get a whole lot of visitors, or you get the impression at least, but he welcomes you to have a look around.
Before I start looking, I have a bunch of extra stuff in my bags. I was hoping you could take a look at and see if you would be interested in purchasing, so I can lighten my bag a little bit.
Sure. Which items would you like me to take a look at?
Let's see. I have one ceramic jug. I'm gonna throw it in a party sheet. You can do what you want with it. I got 3 needles. I'm just gonna throw one of those in there for now. I have a random ruby in here. Let's see. I 2 longbows. Well, I'll hold the longbows. We'll go to the fletchery for those. And a random book.
All right. He looks them all over and does a spell in doing so. He goes, the book is pretty standard. I'll give you 10 gold for it. The notes are
Okay.
nothing of peculiar for it. Do you say okay to that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just so I can clear things off the party sheet as we go. These other items. I mean, do you just not have any use for them anymore? These are some stuff here. I haven't seen one of these. He holds up the needle. I haven't seen one of these in probably over 100 years.
I was on my way out of a place that had them, so I picked them up, and no, I have no use for them.
Oh, well, I suppose if you have no use for any of it, 150 gold for the lot.
Okay, okay.
All right. So go ahead and give yourself 170 gold.
170. Okay.
You want to know what you just lost?
No.
Okay.
Cool.
Wait. That wasn't all identified?
Nope.
Nope. Because it was stuff I grabbed out of
The prison.
the prison on our way out.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed it was junk they had laying in the corner.
Well, as soon as he seals up the deal, you see him scribble on a couple of notes and attach them and put them on display.
Fitz would like to look at them.
The 3 items he just put on display, one of them is a Ruby of the War Mage, the second is an Alchemy Jug, and the third one is a Spell Rot tattoo.
I'm sorry, a what tattoo?
Spell Rot. WROUGHT, not ROT.
Excuse me, my good sir. What does the spell rot tattoo do?
Pulling up the notes on it. Give me just a second.
Hey, that just lightened my bags by 80 pounds, so I don't care.
Spell rot tattoo 5e.
The tattoo works similar to. Hold on, because it's been so long since I gave that to you. I don't even remember what it does.
I just thought they were random needles that you were like,
Okay.
here, you want shit? Here, take it.
No, the spell rot tattoo has to do with magic. This is actually a 3rd level needle, so it gives you a 3rd level spell that you can cast from the tattoo as opposed to using a magic slot, a spell slot. So he explains, well, it's very similar to this ring I have over here, and he pulls up a ring of spell storing, actually. He goes, the tattoo allows you to cast a spell as opposed to the ring, which allows you to hold a couple of spells in it. But it works to the same effect, and it's a seemingly painful application. I wouldn't know personally. I've never had a tattoo, but I hear they're harmless.
Yeah, no, they're not too bad. Any rings or cloaks of protection?
Not of protection, no. Those are pretty quickly grabbed up around these parts. I do have a couple of rings, though. This one here will slow you as you descend. It's a ring of feather falling, marked for 500 gold. This one here, I'm surprised nobody's picked this one up, actually. They usually go pretty quick, but this one keeps you warm in cold places. It's a ring of warmth, marked for 400 gold. He actually has 3 of those in stock. Or, sorry, 400 gold, not 300. And then, of course, I have the one ring of spell storing for a meager 2,200 gold.
You said what? Ring of Swords?
How much was this alchemy jug?
He... he'd mark it at 100 gold.
All right, I'll buy it. I'll buy an alchemy jug for 100.
Ah, perfect. Here you are. Just go ahead and mark 100 off your count. And it's in your inventory.
Okay, I took 100 gold off. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is of mention with the Ring of Spell Storing. It does come with 2 spells already imbued in it from its previous owner. There is a tiny hut spell and a spider climb spell. But of course, you can use those and replace them. The best I was able to tell is it's able to hold up to I got it written down. Give me just a second. Up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. I also have these wonderful earrings over here. They allow you to send messages to people. He's got 2 sets of earrings of message, which allow you to cast the message spell without verbal, somatic, or material components 3 times per day. They're marked 300 gold per set. And of course, I'm always willing to purchase things if anybody's interested.
I don't even know what I have in my inventory.
Hey, does anybody want my vicious scimitar?
I'm good.
Anybody need it?
If it's magical, you should give it to Yindris. They only have a javelin.
Are you interested in it, Yendris?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I only have a vicious javelin, and I need more magical items.
Alright.
Well, there was mention of the blacksmith who can enhance your items as well before you take something and have to double back to sell it.
So I'm gonna ask Chubby, I'm gonna be like, do you have the ability to identify this axe that I have? Oh, throw it up on the table.
Of course, I do charge 15 gold per item for identification.
Okay. Hope we do that. You can swing that.
Oh, this is lovely. Where did you come upon this?
Oh, where did I find that? I think we got that from a cave.
It was the turkey episode, the were turkey.
Somewhere. I mean,
This is known as a carving battle axe. It's definitely sharper than most battle axes you'll find, and if you hit just right, it's known to cut clean through the bone too. It's a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls, and on a crit will deal an extra 2d6 slashing.
what's up? That's business right there.
That was the were turkey episode. That was their carving knife.
Well, my carving knife now. Alright, so name it Willie's Carver.
Godric, don't you have a hammer or mace that needs identified?
Actually, that's what I was just getting ready to mention. That since this gentleman has mentioned he can do some.
Do you guys just want to do a broad round of identification, and I'll let each of you know how much it'll cost you?
Well,
Because
for this guy,
like Willie, that wasn't the only thing that you needed identified in your inventory.
That's all that I had that was magic, I think.
Nope, you got another item not identified. Looking at it right now.
I mean, I know I have two things currently in my inventory, but one of which is the ornate mace. Need to have identified.
Yeah. So I'll go through each of you one at a time. So Willie, the only other thing you would need identified is the cloak that you have in your inventory. You want to identify that?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it. I didn't realize I had another cloak in there.
It's another 20 gold. That is
Oh, it was
known as
15.
the Mantle of Spell Resistance. It gives you advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear and are attuned to it. That's it for you. Erdan, I don't think you're going to have anything.
You
Because
haven't had a chance to really pick
you haven't,
anything up.
yeah, you haven't really had a chance. No. Fitz, you're next. Let's take a look here.
I don't think I do.
Um, your longsword. So you figured out how to use the longsword, but you never had it identified.
Yeah, I'll pay 20 gold, or is it 15 or 20?
It's 20 per item.
Okay. I will,
Yeah, he informs you that while it is magical, it is a standard longsword of the Enries, which is the creature you took it from. And simply when held two-handed, there's a mechanism in the lower hilt that allows you to do some extra damage, in this case poison, which you already knew, but now you know exactly what and where it's from.
Are you done? What?
And that is it for you. Just go ahead and mark 20 gold off your sheet.
Oh.
yeah, I took 20 off.
Okay. Godric. Yep, just the ornate mace for you.
Yeah, I have an empty vial that's technically some type of potion I need to have identified, but I figured that was going to be at the
Oh.
apothecary.
Yep, that as well. You could do it here.
Oh, okay.
You want to do both?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. The empty vial is a Bloodwell vial, +2.
Oh, wow.
You can open that up and read the description on it. And then the mace is a Mace of Disruption. So when you hit a fiend or undead with it, it takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage, and if it has 25 hit points or fewer, makes a wisdom saving throw or be destroyed. If it succeeds the throw, it still becomes frightened.
I'm more inclined to that last little bit. While holding your weapon, it sheds bright light.
That as well, yep.
Radiant. Freaking awesome.
That's it for you, Miss Holly.
How much did it cost me for all that?
40.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. I don't think you... you have a key and a scroll. You want to identify both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, 40 gold. I'll mark that off for you. The key is a mystery key. It works kind of like a skeleton key, but it doesn't unlock every door. It just has a 5% chance of unlocking any door.
Just 5%?
5%. So if you want to try to use it to unlock a door, you roll a d20, and on a 20, it'll unlock the door.
Oh.
And the scroll is a scroll of remove curse. So you can cast the spell remove curse one time with that scroll, and then the scroll gets eaten up.
I'll keep both.
All right. And last but not least, Yerndris. Don't think you have anything. Nope, your stuff was all identified, Yerndris.
Yeah, I shouldn't have anything.
I would like to take the vial.
Okay.
And offer it to Miss Holly. Miss Holly, I think you might get some use out of this thing.
So the vial, Pam, to attune to it, you have to put a few drops of blood into it, and it can't be opened while your attunement lasts. For as long as you're attuned to it, you gain a +2 bonus to your spell attack rolls and to the saving throw DCs of your sorcery spells. In addition, when you roll any hit dice to recover hit points while carrying the vial, you can regain 5 sorcery points. You can do that once per day, the 5 sorcery points part.
I'm going to drop that in the party.
That's there for you to grab, Pam.
And the last thing on my list is I have 2 longbows I always like to take to the Fletchery.
Yep, there's nothing special about them. So.
Yeah, I intend on just selling them.
Okay. Can I interest any of you in anything else in the shop? He's pointed out all of the magical or enchanted items he currently has in stock. He's got a variety of clothing, cloaks, footwear, general supplies type stuff. Good?
No, I'm good.
All right. What shop you guys want to go to next?
The blacksmith, please, and thank you.
To the blacksmith. Oddly enough, when you walk in, it's not an Eladrin working the forge. It's a little gnome. You walk in and he looks up at you mid-swing and goes, I'll be right with you. Finishes off a couple of tinks, puts the sword he's currently working on back in the fire and comes over and... Heidi, what can I help y'all with today?
I am in need of upgrading my weapons, please.
Oh, what kind of upgrade are you looking at? You know, we can put just a simple magical inlay in it using some mithril and you can give it a little oomph. That runs right up there around 1,800 gold. Or we started working with some elemental ore we dug out of the mountain, and we can put some different energy into your weapon. Currently, we can do fire, lightning, thunder, or poison. Varies from 7 to 1,000. I gotta warn you though, if your weapon already has some kind of like elemental discharge to it, we can't do any of the elemental work. We haven't quite figured out how to put two into one, if you know what I mean.
Understand. Can you add lightning to my battle, like lightning damage stuff to my battle axe?
I sure can. That'll be 900 gold pieces. That sound all right?
That sounds perfectly fine to me, sir.
You said to your battle axe.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. I'm not going to code it right this second. So.
Ooh, shit. There's one more thing
Okay, got
that
that.
I needed to sell off at the other shop. I got a standard amulet in my bag.
Okay. He give you 3 gold for it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm currently carrying. Oh, you took it out for me. Thanks. I said I'm currently carrying like 4 or 5 amulets. I don't really need.
But he takes your battle axe from you and just goes, I'll have it ready by morning if that's okay. Just stop on by and pick it up. We work around the clock here, so if I'm not here, somebody will be.
He's also gonna reach into his bag and pull out his solar dragon canine teeth, and I'm gonna ask if there's anything he can use these dragon teeth for.
Oh, those are pretty nifty. Usually people ornate them onto their shields to kind of make them into bucklers and such, or make some kind of show of display with dragon teeth. And did you have something specific in mind, or are you just trying to sell them?
I want to make a little something for my little puppy Hamish over here.
Like a kind of like a necklace sort of thing, or do you have what do you? Hey, give me an idea to work with here.
This would be fine. Preferably, I would like you to put it around his little animal collar, like he has little spikes coming out of his animal collar.
Oh, I can definitely do that. That's easy work. I'd just charge you 2 gold for that.
I'll give you 5 gold just for funsies.
All right. Did you mark your gold off yourself, or you want me to do it?
I got it.
Okay. Anything else I can help you find folks with today?
I'm good.
Cost to get a thunder enchantment on this hand axe I have.
Thunder enchantment will be 800 gold.
Okay, that.
And
Just
just to verify, the weapons you guys are giving me don't have any enchantments currently on them, right? Like I said, you can't put 2 into 1.
It's
Sure.
just it's a +1 hand axe.
If it's already inlaid with something, I can't do anything else with it, unfortunately.
It has to be a normal one. Let's see what else I have. Okay, no, that's fine. Never mind.
All right. Anybody else?
What could you do with my armor and these solar dragon scales?
Your plate armor of gleaming.
Yep.
Well, these definitely have some sort of enchantment to them. Solar. How many scales do you have?
30.
30. And we could put an extra layer of scales over the plate. I mean, it would lose its gleaming characteristics. It would like gleam through the scales, because the scales would be covering it. But it would definitely make it a little more reinforced.
What would that mean mathematically?
Mathematically, you'd get it +1.
How much would that cost?
Fine work. Let's see, and I already got the battle axe to work on, so I'd have to have my apprentice do it, give you a little bit of a discount. He'd do it for 500 gold.
Nah, that's alright. I was just kind of curious.
Alright. Anybody else?
Can this Mesa Disruption can we add silver to that?
You just want it silvered as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do something like that. That
Because I'm not asking to have any more, because it's already got an oomph to it. Would that change any characteristics other than adding the silver to it?
it would just add the silvered characteristic. It wouldn't do any more damage or anything. But yeah, we could do that. Again, I'd have to have my apprentice do it, so a little bit of a discount. Do it for 250 gold.
Okay. Off the table. The reason why I'm asking is I noticed that my silvered mace is 1d6 plus 3, but the mace of disruption is only 1d6 plus 2. I was trying to.
It should be +3 for both.
It's not, and I'm assuming it's because my silvered mace is silvered. I don't know.
Silvered shouldn't increase the damage
No,
at all.
silvered is just silvered. I think that's
Okay.
something to do with one of your stats. It just didn't get added on for the disruption because you haven't been using it.
Well, I'm looking. I'm looking at the damage information sheets.
And the one was,
And
yeah, the one got put in manually. So
Okay.
that tells me we found a feat or an attribute or something that constituted it getting a +1.
Well, it used to say +1 on the description. I don't know why the +1 disappeared, but it used to say +1. Silvered mace +1.
I don't know.
Okay. Actually, where are you? Okay. So, I mean, can I add the bonus to the mace of disruption, or do I need
Yeah,
to leave it where it's
yeah.
at?
Go ahead and add that +1.
Okay.
I don't
I got
remember
it.
what it's from, but it was from something. So
Okay. Well, in that case, interested in a silvered mace?
yeah, I'd take that off your hands for give you 120 for it, gold.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and mark your sheet.
All right. It's clearing out some inventory here.
Yeah.
So
No, I
it
got
helps.
you. Anything else for anybody?
Would he take the longbows too, or do I need to go to the fletchery for that?
He'd take them, but you're not gonna get
Okay.
like
I'll wait. We'll go to the
retail
fletchery.
price. Miss Holly, any elemental additions to your dagger or crossbow?
No.
Okay. What store do you guys want to go to next? There's the apothecary and the archery, the fletchery.
I would like to make a pit stop by the fletchery, and then my last stop will be the apothecary. Was
Okay.
my hope.
You just want to sell those longbows, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll give you 40 gold apiece, 80 total.
Okay. That'll work.
You do notice while you're in there, they primarily deal in crossbows around here. They do have some listed as +1 crossbows, as well as they have very limited stock, but they have flaming bolts and shocking bolts. Very limited stock. And they have a vicious crossbow, a light crossbow for sale as well. But if nobody...
I buy a crossbow, please, and thank you.
Sure. Do you want a regular crossbow or the vicious light crossbow?
How much is the vicious crossbow?
1,200 gold.
Ooh, we'll go with just a regular one.
That'll be 5 gold.
Okay. And some arrows as well, please.
Some bolts. You just want a pack of 20?
Yeah.
I actually didn't put that on here, so give me 1 second. Pack of 20 will run you gold.
Okay.
There you go. You're all set on that. Anybody else? Anything from the Fletchery? Okay.
Not on my end.
Off to the apothecary. They have some alchemical supplies in stock. They have a book, Manual of Bodily Health, for 5,000 gold. They have 4 potions of greater healing for 500 gold each. 6 potions of healing for 50 gold each. An amulet of health for 5,000 gold. A scroll of prayer of healing for 250 gold. Scroll of remove curse for 150 gold. Scroll of greater restoration for 2,000 gold. And scroll of lesser restoration for 150 gold.
Okay. Okay. How many greater healings did he have?
4 for 500 gold each.
I'll take one.
Okay.
Can I take 2?
Sure. I'll mark your gold off, Pam.
Okay.
What kind of scrolls did he have again?
Prayer of healing, remove curse, greater restoration, and lesser restoration.
The lesser restoration.
Yep, 150 gold. I'll put it in your inventory.
Did he have any superior healing?
He does not. He's got
Okay.
1 greater left and 6 regular healing potions left.
How much were the regular ones?
50 gold each.
Gold each? I'll take 4.
Okay.
200.
Anybody else?
Negatory.
All right.
One way or another, I'm healing your asses. Potion of healing or lay on hands or something, damn it.
Well, we are 10 minutes over, so last call. If anybody's got anything they missed or want to go through, try and get it knocked out this week so we don't worry about it next week. No? All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for this week then, folks. Able to get off the ship in one piece, rescue a bunch of Haringons, make it to Senalisi, arrange for transportation back to Beasttide Burrows, and got a little more information about Desser and what's going on here in the Feywild. So we'll pick it up next week. Thanks everybody for coming to watch. Thanks for everybody who watches throughout the week. And don't forget to tune in Sunday for Waters of the Deep episode 3. Bye.